Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, podcast Pete, building thriving communities, making an impact and being bold. So, are you clear about your future? And are you aware of the 6 major trends happening now? That's what we want to get into to help you to discover there's major trends going on. And we have to be prepared. We have to have clarity. We have to have a strategy, or we'll end up like Blockbuster, waking up one day and the market changed and you're shutting down all your stores. So let me give you the first part of this is there's a digital asset trend. There's an entrepreneurial trend. There's a crypto trend led by Bitcoin. There's an AI technology trend, mobile trend. Everybody's got a supercomputer, and a personal development trend. These are happening now. So we're going to go into, because I think it's important that you have a framework for the future. And the framework is from Brendon Burchard's book, High Performance Habits. Proven, scientific. He's done it for 20 years, over 20 years. I'm a certified high performance coach by the High Performance Institute. And this helps you to frame things, helps to discover things, and position yourself, because you want to be the person that's ahead of all these trends, not the person that wondered what happened. So we're going to have a special gift for you at the end. I want to reward people that are intentional about your next moves, because the magic is in you and anything's possible. It starts with you. It starts with recognizing all the trends. Then what do? Do I just know that they're going on, or do we take action and activate the 6 to take advantage of the 6 trends and have a framework of high performance? Because it's clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and the last one's influence. We're going to go into them. Okay, let's get started. Now, for those that stay around, I got a special gift for you. You're going to want to. It's a $300 offer. The gift of learning. Growing and learning, it can be your superpower. It was for me, and I want to help you to discover the power of growing and learning. Okay, let's go into clarity. Number 1, what does that mean? Define your identity. Define your identity. You've got to be real clear on who you are, because if you don't identify yourself, like, what do I want to do? How do I want to show up? What kind of person do I want to be? Those are self-awareness questions that you have to ask yourself if you're going to get clarity in your life. Set intentions for interaction. You can say, I've always had a dream. Well, always having a dream will be a dream, but being intentional about setting the goals, setting deadlines, being intentional about when you go to a meeting, showing up on purpose. Being able to be intentional is the difference between a person that drifts and goes towards any distraction, and a person that's on purpose, that intentionally is living every single day like it's your last. Because the truth is, nobody makes it out of this life. Nobody makes it out of this life alive. And it took a stroke over 3 years ago for me to have 49 days thinking about who am I? Where do I want to go? What changes was I going to make? Because I did finally have 49 days to think, not rushing, just trying to keep up. but 49 days may be the extreme, and I don't want a stroke on anybody. But I want you to think. You got to start having that self-awareness, because if you stay distracted, you stay on the busy bus. And we've talked about it before. The busy bus is all kinds of noise and distractions. The purpose plane is quiet and it has a destination. You're flying to a spot, not stopping at 100 different stations and eventually getting there. Eventually getting there is not going to be being on purpose, knowing where you're going. And the last, focus on what matters most. If you can have that awareness, that clarity, what matters. When I had a stroke a little over 3 years ago, I had to ask myself, what matters? I'm alive, thankful. I've survived a lot of other things. I was alive when I woke up in the hospital, bright white. I kind of thought, man, am I in heaven? Then I saw people that I knew were people I knew before my stroke, family. And then all of a sudden it started coming back. I wasn't in heaven, but it was cold, it was white, and it was just like in your face, almost like that time we'll get to heaven and it'll be unbelievable. But I got a second chance. So 49 days, 10 at Wellstar and 39 at Shepherd, to think about what is the next chapter in my life going to look like. And I came up, be bold, make an impact, and have fun. Be bold, have courage, make an impact, global. That's what I'm doing right here is building a global business. And the last is have fun along the way. So those were the kind of the general terms. But it took clarity. It took a time to think. And so I want to encourage you to think. Get clear about what we just covered. The next is energy. Energy is everything. We generate energy. So if you don't have the energy you want, you've got to find it. You got to physically, we get one body. We don't get to change. We don't get to trade it in like a car. We have the body. We have it for life. Now we can get some repairs, a hip, a knee, a shoulder, different things. When you get a little older, the body tends to wear down. But if you're taking care of your physical body, your body is a temple. A temple needs to have care. So are you taking care of your body like it is the only one that you have? If you don't, it will show. But you can make that decision to say, I'm not going to be tired anymore. I'm not going to lack aches and pains because I didn't take care of myself. I'm going to recommit myself to physical energy. The mental energy, our mindset. We take physical showers. We get clean physically, but do we take mental showers? Most don't. They just wake up, check email, listen to negative news, wonder why negative stuff comes out of your mouth, because you're putting in your mental body, your mind, stuff that doesn't get reflected out that you want. So you have to commit to doing. We do in our community. Let me see. Oh, what happened there? I don't know. We commit to Growth Day because personal development is one of the trends. If you're taking a shower of mental shower each day, you're going to start sharpening this brain, this mindset. You're going to start having better habits. You're going to start setting goals, because being a part of Growth Day, and you can try it for 7 days, allows you to take the 5 to Thrive. Brendon Burchard, who wrote the book High Performance Habits, the 5 habits we're going over, has a community of Growth Day, a couple 100,000 people, 60 plus countries. The 5 to Thrive is him coaching you every day, giving you a framework. Then a related high performance coach, a person that accomplished, gives a complementary version of what he just taught. Then you have 2 thought-provoking questions. Then you score yourself. That's the mental energy you need every day. It's the fuel to your rocket. And if you have fuel in your rocket, you're going to get there. If you don't, you won't. Because if you don't create that mental energy, feed yourself, be around good people, challenge yourself, your mindset will determine your outcome. Your habits determine your outcome. Your mindset goes mindset, goals, and habits. We have a course on that we give you for trying Growth Day. We want to introduce personal development on a daily basis to you. So you, not only are you taking care of your body, you're taking care of your mind and your emotional energy. There's so much. If you find yourself snapping, arguing, being affected by how people show up, then maybe that emotional energy, that emotional intelligence needs work. And if you can provide that, you show up differently. Okay, let me go to the next one, which is courage. The courage to speak up. The courage to speak up. Do you have that courage? Or do you sit back and go, oh, I wish I would have said that. Wish I could have participated in that. Courage is a muscle. And a muscle will grow if it's used. If you speak up, ask questions, be curious, that's a muscle. When I lost my left side over 3 years ago, I saw how quickly muscle atrophies. And it's quick. Building it back up, going to therapy, both physical and occupation, 3 to 4 hours a week, 4 days a week at LA Fitness. So working on that muscle, working on rewiring the brain, that neurological effect that it has on your brain, the right controls the left, is rebuilding those pathways. It's not a quick thing. It takes time. For those that have had head injuries, had brain injuries, had strokes, you just don't click and get out of it. It takes time for you to rewire that brain. But that allows you to, before my stroke, I ran, I played golf. I played golf about 5 days a week after work. I ran 20 plus Peachtree road races. Running was my sanctuary, was my thinking time. Can't run now. So I had to come up with another, and it's journaling. Journaling is my running. I've been journaling, and I have a course on journaling for actively for almost 3 years. It's the best thing I did for clarity, for courage, for energy, because I get that mental energy, and it allows me to want to do things I never could do or would do because I wasn't courageous. I hadn't worked that muscle. Now I do more of it. I do 400 plus podcasts. I do create content. I do ask questions. I love podcasting because it feeds me by being curious about my guests, learning, growing, changing my mindset because I can pursue a question, an answer because my guest is there. I'm shining the light on my guest, but I walk out of it with so much appreciation for the person because I get to, pursue a question that I'm trying to figure out in my mind. It's not like I was talking to a friend. It's not like 60 Minutes. I'm not trying to get you, produce something that draws people in. The negative news is what it is. It's negative. But this is shining a light on you because anything is possible. Anything. The magic is in you and anything's possible. But you have to act boldly daily. Acting boldly builds that courage muscle. Being intentional builds the courage muscle. You turn fear into growth. I like to say we have fear on one shoulder, faith and courage on the other. If you feed your fear, it will grow. If you feed your faith, you feed your courage, it will grow. Life is complex. The reason the Bible is not a one-page document, because it's complex. You got to kind of dig in. Life is that way. And so if you allow your fears to start growing, it'll grow. The fear of speaking up, the fear of anything, it can grow. So make fear small, put it in a small box, put a key on it, throw it away, and grow your faith and your courage. So let me get this off the screen. Let's see, right after courage, we're going to have productivity. Oops. Yes. You're focusing on PQ. PQ is prolific quality output. Being busy is not the productivity you want. It's not a badge of honor for us guys to be always busy. You'll ask somebody, how you doing? Oh man, I'm busy as a one arm paper hanger. Busy? There's plenty of people busy. But do you have a quality output in mind? Are you focused on 3 things at each day? Are you focused on the output of 3 things? Are you eliminating distractions? Do you batch your tasks? Because the brain functions best when it gets momentum. If you're always switching from one thing to the other, the distractions will slow you down, will decrease your ability to get outcomes. So batching is critical to momentum. When you batch time, doing activities in groups, if you look at my calendar, it's all color coded and it's coded on doing groups of things. That way you increase your output. So you're increasing your PQO. We all often say prioritize daily action. It's like the first thing you do is not to check emails. Don't get into a reactive mode because checking emails is checking other people's priorities. If you're interested in other people's priorities, you'll never fill up your life because we consume up to 4 hours of TV a day, almost 3 hours of social media. We're consuming other people's lives. I want you to create your life. Your life. Your life is worth creating, and you have to eliminate those distractions, because if you don't, you'll be reacting to other people's lives. You'll be consuming other people's lives. Build, create your life. Okay, and final is influence, which let's go to, where is my influence? Yep, here it is. Okay. Develop influence. It doesn't just fall out of the sky. You're building trust. When you're in business, your reputation is the only thing you can, not only thing, it's what you can control. You can lose your reputation with one bad decision. So building trust is building influence. Understanding others' needs helps you to really connect, to grow. When you're asking people, we have a training, level up your peer group. It's being interested in others helps you to be interesting. Be interested. Being bold is making those phone calls. Most people text and email. But if you're bold enough and you have the level up your peer group philosophy that Brendan has, I make phone calls every single day. I want to talk to people. I want to emotionally connect. I want to see how I can serve you, help you. I want to see what you're working on that's exciting. If we're not working on something exciting, we're going to wake up and we're going to be bored to death. And speaking of death, when people retire, if you don't have a purpose if you have a busy career and you retire and you don't reestablish your purpose, it's a known thing. You pass in 2 years. Purpose is everything. Being able to recreate your purpose allows you to grow, not only yourself, but others. So when you're out there and you retire, you got to reestablish, repack your bag, as Jeff says. I don't know, Jeff, he's my Rotary. Repack your bag. It's a book out there. So retire, take a little bit of time off to dig into the self-awareness that you need, get clarity, get your physical health, your energy, start generating more energy, prioritize your body, prioritize your mind, prioritize your emotional health. And when you do that, you start growing in those areas. Prioritize mental growth. Physical growth goes with it because that is your energy. Without energy, you'll be sluggish, you'll miss things. But if you will be bold enough to determine what that next chapter is like, you'll be better at living a long life, a life of impact, a life that you have fun. Be bold, make a difference, and have fun. So when you look at, if you're not sure, give yourself a strategy session. Get a strategy session, because knowing, having clarity, and having a strategy for your life is critical for you to take the 6 trends that are happening and be ahead of them, not behind them, not wondering. Now, well, let's see. I told you I was going to give you a gift. Hold on here. Let me see. I got to get rid of, let me get rid of one here. Let me see. Yes. Let me get rid of this. Remove. Okay. Now, let me get your gift. Your gift for hanging with me. Let me see. What am I going to give you? I'm going to give you the gift of productivity. The gift of productivity. You go to PeteKane.me, productivity. And you use the word podcast, you'll get a free course. It's one of our courses we give you. And we have another free gift for you. But once you activate that, if you have any questions, send us a support ticket. support@petekane.me. But use the word podcast and you'll get access to our productivity course, my productivity course. It's 5 sessions. It'll help you further your journey of growing, of learning. You become more productive in this crazy changing times, and AI is going to turn this world upside down. You can capture a brighter future for yourself. It's possible, because if you're get away from reacting and get away from distractions, and you're living a clear, purposeful life with courage, with energy, with influence, then you're living to life to your full potential. So and if you want to connect with us, go to petekane.me/connect. If you want to just follow us, I give a lot of good information away. Most of my information is free, but we're high performance coaches and we're committed to helping you be the best. So be bold, make a difference, and have fun.